The February 2nd, 2026 meeting of the Woolwich Township Committee is being called to order. Adequate notice of this meeting has been given in accordance with the Open Publics Meeting Act. Roll call, please.
Committeeman Frederick.
Here.
Committeewoman Minhas.
Here.
Committeewoman Williams.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Nocentino. Mayor Mathias.
Here. If everyone can please rise to salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. And this is one of my favorite parts of being up here, is giving proclamations to recognize the outstanding achievements of people inside our community. So thank you, ladies, for joining us. And tonight we have the honor of reading a proclamation for your outstanding achievements winning state students. Congratulations. So, Coach, if I could have you come up. And who would you like to have join you?
Or captains.
Okay, captains. All right. So, on behalf of the entire Woolwich Township Committee, we have a proclamation that we would like to read to you. And then after we read it, we're going to invite everybody up to take a picture. That's all right. I got to put on my glasses. Sorry, this is what happens. Okay. Honoring the Kingsway Regional Field Hockey. Whereas the Kingsway Regional Field Hockey team demonstrated extraordinary resilience and determination during the 2025 season, overcoming a challenging 0-6 start to finish with an impressive 12-11 record. And whereas the team secured the 2025 sectional championship, successfully advancing through the competitive playoff bracket to reach the state championship. And whereas the team won the 2025 New Jersey State Championship, making their 4th consecutive state championship title. A testament to sustained excellence and championship caliber performance. And whereas the student athletes exemplified outstanding team growth, collaboration, and perseverance throughout the season, refusing to be defined by early setbacks, and instead rallying together to achieve remarkable success in the playoffs. Whereas these achievements reflect the dedication of the student athletes, coaching staff, the athletic department, and the unwavering support of the families and the Kingsway regional community. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Township of Woolwich extends our heartfelt congratulations to the Kingsway Regional Field Hockey Team for their 4th consecutive state championship title, inspiring comeback season and exemplary representation of their school and community. Congratulations. All right, now we got to get one with everyone. Yeah. Congratulations.
She needs to be up there.
Parents, you can come take your pictures too. Everyone ready? All right, congratulations, and again, a round of applause. Again, everyone, you are more than welcome to stay for the meeting or leave. Thanks for coming. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
How many? That's a neighbor number.
I was there for 4 years.
Oh, no, no, right.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Wasn't that fantastic? I love those proclamations. No, we have to leave at least one open.
Okay.
So, all right. Next on the agenda is a presentation from the Alliance Corporation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's okay.
Do we have a certain amount of time, or do you want us to condense this?
Well, again, so let's explain kind of who you are and then why you're here. Let's start with that, and then we can go to time requirements.
Okay, so my name is Srini Rao. I live in Bergen County, and I'm in the industry for almost 3 years. Started from New York and New Jersey.
But can you just get a little bit closer to the
Yeah, I
mic?
was
They
going to say,
can't-
just
they
keep
can't
your
hear.
voice up, and
Yeah.
those microphones
Is
are
it-
tricky, so.
It's supposed to. Can you hear in the back? Can you hear him? With that microphone?
Is the thing
No.
on? Something that got the little switch
It
on the
is.
microphone?
Okay.
Hello? Hello?
All right, you're gonna have to be like a rock star and talk right into it.
Okay, guys, I'll start again. My name is Srini Rao. I'm from Bergen County, and I'm in industry for I'm in industry for last 2.5 years, and I graduated. I got MBA, and I'm a firefighter also for the town for last 10 years, and I'm a CEO for this company, and we are trying to do outdoor grow, which we are very much into medical grade production, not like commercialized, and whatever we're going to grow out here, we're going to extract. We'll take it to our manufacturing unit, and everything will be extract, nothing contaminated, and we're not processing anything out here. That's what we're doing right now.
All right, so again, for the public, this is about an outdoor grow facility here inside Woolwich Township. And I assume you are here to seek a letter of support so that
Letter
you
of
can then
support,
apply to the
yes.
state for permitting. Okay. All right, so again, I guess the purpose of this presentation for the committee is so that you can have enough information to decide should you support a letter of support for their application to the state. Okay, please continue.
And if you guys have any questions, I'll reply. You have this our company information and the scope of work, what we are trying to do. It will be 150,000 square feet, which is around 3 acres, and property size is 75. We well into zoning as per your town requirement. And the second is not going to smell, no odor, like no water contaminations. It's fully secured from whatever New Jersey state allows us, fencing, irrigation, normal farming. We are not doing anything else out here.
So out of the 75-acre site, you're only looking or
4 acres
fixing
we are using, like 150,000 square feet is allowed.
about 3 acres.
Yes. 150,000 square feet is allowed as per one license. That's what we're going to grow, and we are showing the picture where we're going to do well away from the road. Nothing is seen. There will be a security cameras, 24 hours, centralized monitored, fence
And that's all mandated by the state, correct?
by the state. We're going to follow all the rules.
I have a question. So you said that 3 acres. Is it possible that maybe 5 years from now you go back and apply to get more acreage?
Right now, as per license, is not allowed.
Okay.
From the state, we can grow maximum 150,000 square feet canopy. That's what allowed. So we're going to grow that itself.
And outdoor can also be inside hoop houses and semi-rigid, so do you have any plans for that, and what does
Maybe
that
few,
look like?
see how industry changes, right?
Okay.
Right now, our plan is doing only outdoor because outdoor is required. That's for oil extraction and all. There's nothing in the market, and this is what we're doing. And afterwards, market changes and demand, different demand, we might have hoop houses or greenhouse that will come back if we need it. But right now, outdoor, purely outdoor. And outdoor is also, we are like doing on pots. so it's not like contaminating, nothing.
With
water.
just drip irrigation?
Yeah, drip irrigation, no water outflow.
So this is an active farm, correct?
Yes.
So with that, there's already an on-site well, so you won't need to do an additional well or anything like that. And the property itself is, can you describe to me where it's located and what it's bordered by?
My name's Joe McNally. I'm working with Serini as a local liaison. I've been in touch with Jim and the mayor before this presentation. So to answer your question, yes, it is an active farm. It's a very flat farm. It's a beautiful 75-acre parcel on Oldman's Creek Road. We do not plan any infrastructure changes whatsoever. Sereni's been operating, like you said, for 3 years with multiple other entities. I might note that there's zero compliance issues with any of the towns or municipalities where he operates now, and along with zero compliance issues with the CRC. He's well respected in the industry, and he brought me in to kind of be like a liaison between his operation and the town to oversee operations, oversee the build out, and make sure we remain compliant from top to bottom, both municipally and through the CRC, through the state. So although it does seem like, to answer your question, Ms. Williams, the relationship to the size of the parcel as to how much we're able to grow, we have to remain in compliance with the CRC, and their maximum canopy for cultivation is 150,000 square feet, which exchanges to 3.4 acres. So that's why we're capped at that. The area has to be encompassed by an 8-foot fence, security fence, 24-hour surveillance that can be tapped in by the CRC. There has to be a security entrance where people can come in. They can't just come in and roam the property. You have to sign in. There has to be proper PPE worn when you're around the environment so you don't contaminate the plants. So there's very strict rules with regards to the CRC and visitors.
How does that work with an outdoor grow facility? I mean,
Well, it's more of an order to protect the plant. Like,
Okay.
God forbid, like the compliance officer just came from an indoor grow
Mhm.
and he picked up some type of mold or something on his
Okay.
clothes, and now he wants to tour our facility. It's just mainly to protect our crop rather than to protect anybody else.
For not for cost contamination.
Cross contamination.
right, okay.
How many cycles or how many grow cycles do you have per
So
annum?
practically you can do 2 grows, but one is autoflower and one is full season. But we are planning only full season 1 grow,
So just a single harvest?
single
What
harvest
time of
right
year?
now. We start from May and we are done in October.
So that's your involvement?
That's
May to
what's the
October?
involvement, maximum involvement.
Okay.
There are some things on the presentation we'd like to clear up. The things that says in the ground, we're actually going to be in pots in the ground. And one of the items was land preservation. We don't mean that we're not going to be disturbing the land, we just mean there's not going to be any infrastructure or any buildings going up.
Other than the privacy fencing and all that. Just also for a reminder for the Township Committee and for the public, Woolwich Township has 3 licenses that we have the ability to give out per decision for the Township Committee for outdoor grow facilities. We currently have 1 that is taken by a farm already under cultivation and has had 2 years of outdoor grow. We have a second one that's held as a micro license, so this would be our 3rd and final license. But what we're doing at this stage is, again, we're going to get our questions answered and then issue a letter of support if we choose. And with that letter of support, then you would apply to the state. Then from that state, then you would come back and still apply to the municipality. And so the municipality has, again, our own application. So this is the first step in doing that. Of course, and what I like is the revenue projection, because this is unique, whereas this property, again, farm would be ideal, but if it's not farm, if it turns into houses, this could potentially be 30 some odd houses that are actually using municipal resources. But here, you're talking about annual township revenue estimated of about $184,000. Which would be nice. And that's in addition to ad valorem taxes on the
Yes,
property?
that's a different whatever
Right.
taxes you have.
Right.
This is revenue from sales.
And the CRC just passed legislation. When I say CRC, it's the County's Regulatory Commission. They just passed legislation where municipalities are allowed to use 50% of one entity for any municipal expense. So if you need a new fire truck, a new ambulance, you're allowed to take 50% of one entity and apply it to that expense.
Fire trucks, what do you, that's every town. Is that why you say that?
That's a good example, isn't it?
Yeah.
Only reason I was wondering.
Fire trucks and trash trucks.
There you go. Well done.
Okay, so as we're walking through this, why don't you just give us the highlights of anything else in here that you want to?
So first, all 5-6 pages are from township, what we're doing there. Other section of the portion is about our company, what's currently we are doing. We have dispensaries, we have manufacturing, so we are vertical integrated. We are in New York and New Jersey, then we're going to go into Maryland. So that's all about our company and our team and CEO. Then we have Manish Patel, who's of attorney. Then we have a processor. Jay is controller who controls everything. Neil Patel is our construction and he works with CRC and all. And we have a grower, Min. He takes care of, he's already working with one of our grow. He's going to come here and he's going to handle everything.
You don't have a page number, but the odor management practices, can you elaborate more on it? Because we do have an outdoor grow, and during the October cut, there's definitely odor that's around.
Yes.
So can you please articulate more about how you control?
It's 1 week where basically you do get some odor, but we are so fast, within 2 days, everything is harvested and moved from here.
So generally contained within that 1 week.
Yeah, within 1 week, yeah.
There are other suppressors we can use, misters, things like that, for that particular week, where we could suppress whatever the odors may be.
Can you elaborate more on that, please?
So you could set up, it's kind of like a misting system where you could have, where you might see on different hazmat sites, where you could put a scented mist out that would control the smell, the odor of the plant.
Which is still fine for the environment?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Okay,
fine.
okay.
We use them on some of these hazmat sites to control the smell.
And also to add, we are not growing flower. So this is a biomass, this is a plant. So we don't wait till entire bloom. We just start cutting as soon as we know. And within 3 days, we are out from there actually. And it's all gone to a container for a freeze. Like then we freeze, then it takes almost 10 days to go to the processing. So on site, it will be only 3 days or 4 days.
So you're not going to flower, so it's the
It's
stalk.
a flower, but at the flower stage, we start harvesting 150,000 square feet. It takes almost 2 to 3 days. We don't start plucking or we don't do any processing out here. So there is no smell of odor.
Yeah, well, we learned that there is an odor, and I think the difference here is the location, whereas even with 60 acres, and it does last a little bit longer than a couple of days, but I think at this location, you got water on 3 sides, and the closest
Yeah, it's
neighbor,
very
there's
far
only
from
2
road,
houses.
there's nothing around. Yes, it's fully secluded actually.
Yeah, but it definitely lasts
Yeah,
a
3-4
little bit
days
longer.
you'll have. Yeah, 3-4 days, that's, I'm not going to lie about that. But again, if you're comparing with other processing, they process there.
Right, but I thought it's as soon as it goes to bloom, it's the terpines?
Yeah,
That's the terpines are
3
released,
days,
and
3-4
that's what
days.
indicates the
When
smell.
it starts blooming, we start cutting because we're not concentrating on flower.
Okay.
We are concentrating on the
We're
plant.
not
We
bringing
take
in
entire
trimmers
plant
to
out.
manipulate the flower, we're
Okay.
taking the whole plant.
Gotcha.
And I believe you started with, this is all for 100% medical?
No, this is not medical, this is for recreational,
Okay.
but what we are growing, that's why we will have very less smell, because we are growing certain strains which doesn't smell so much. And it is indica and sativa, which is very common.
And the other comment I have in terms of going back to the financials real fast.
Yeah.
So again, the initial financials we had from the other farm were nowhere close to being realized. So are you able to put a guarantee on a minimum dollar that would be coming to the township?
This is the minimum guarantee. This is what the guarantee what I gave you is the most minimum. We're not because, again, it is a mother nature. Tomorrow, if any bad weather comes, I don't know. But still, this is the bare minimum you'll get.
Fair.
Yeah.
So within our letter of intent or other elements, we can put that in writing, that would be the minimum.
Well, I don't think anyone can guarantee a result.
If the plants, if the
Like-
harvest is not done, see, I'm also coming here and investing almost 5 to 6 million, right? We all are trying to do business out here, and I'm going to do my best to harvest best whatever we're growing there, and it's state regulated. If I'm selling one plant, I'm paying you.
Forgive me, the only reason, Mr. Frederick, Committeeman Frederick, I said that is because I know that the state has baked in a lot of host community benefits, I'll call them. They are essentially, 2%, among other things.
Yeah, super.
So I don't know if you can, I guess you.
Well, you said among other
subject to
things.
Yes, among
and-
other things.
Right, but I
think-
mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is, you're talking about like, and that would be subject to an offset, or you want a minimum guarantee or something like that?
That's exactly what I asked,
I think the
yes.
downfall in that would be, God forbid, we had a mold or something contaminant happen to the product. We can't really guarantee a number, but I think what Srini's saying is these are based on conservative output numbers, that we don't want to overshoot the number,
Yeah.
but we want to tell you a conservative number is based on what we know we can grow.
Well, Committeeman Frederick, maybe they have other facilities, and then they could tell us about other facilities and what their
So
numbers are.
I'll give you an
So this is
example.
developed in, you know what I mean?
So now I'm showing you $700 per pound, which is right now it's selling for $900 pound, which I'm projecting maybe it's going to be less, right, after 4, 5, 6 months. So I'm already showing you 20% less or 30% less than what it's currently selling in the market.
Well,
So
yeah.
instead of 9.2, my projection based on my investment is around 11.5 to 12 million. So your 180 will be $220,000.
And I think, again, what we've learned over the past couple of years is that flour is the most valuable.
Yes.
And then the rest, the biomass that you're talking is
Yes.
a little less valuable.
Valuable.
So because it's automatically going to be used for distillate or
Distillate,
anything
yeah.
else. So
Perfect,
I've
yes.
learned a lot over
Yes.
these last 2 years. I
So-
really have.
So flour is selling for almost like now $2,500, $3,000, right? And we are talking about only plants. So it's selling at 900. I'm calculating at 700. Still, I'm at very conservative. This is what I can actually project.
Well, so to the committeeman's point, I understand that it might be, this is an estimate, but I think we're looking, if there is any way to guarantee a certain amount that could be charged back or something like that, so if there is a bad year, or anything like that, because I don't want to say been burned, but we're interested in maximizing this as much as we can. But of course, I'm also down to the alternative that otherwise it's going to be houses.
Sure. And again, just the alternative, I'm sorry, not alternative. We have a cannabis auditor, right, that we of course would pay for to make sure, again, what we're getting is being realized. So there's a cost. If you make $1 or $100, we're still using the same auditor for probably the same price. So we're just trying to make sure we cover our base to, again, from our standpoint, you maximize the dollar for the residents.
The numbers what you're seeing, that's the realistic number. And I'm also a little conservative because market prices changes. I don't dictate. This is completely driven market. And I know for biomass, there's nothing in the market right now, which needed. And everybody is going after indoor grow. We also have very small, but it's not sufficient.
Interesting.
And again, you're trying to do one season of growth, May through October.
Now this year I'm taking one season. Next year, normally what happens, we do one auto flower, which is like quick in 2 months. Then we go full season 5. So you might get double of that based on that.
So we're doing greenhouses then, so it's more in cover?
No greenhouses right
Okay.
now.
So it's still all open.
But we're just going to be late to the game if we're fortunate enough to get letter of support. By the
Understood.
time we go through the CRC cattle shoot and then come out. We don't want to overshoot. We just want to be in our.
So right now we are like, conservative, very conservative. If you give me tomorrow and I can plant in next 3 months, I think I can do better than this.
Okay.
And if it ever falls out, that's okay.
So I'm also seeing two different names, the Etheron Capital and the Alliance, which,
So Alliance is, every license has a different name.
Okay.
And County is a parent company under that which.
oh, somewhere in here, I thought I saw you are actually processing it, and you put Swedesboro. Where are you processing?
Swedesboro is there, we're tying up processing, Savita Labs, and we also have in Millville.
Okay, but Swedesboro as in Logan, or Swedesboro as in the borough?
Logan.
Oh, okay. See, you use Swedesboro around here, and we all get confused. And I was like, I did not know Swedesboro had that.
Just jumping back to greenhouse cultivation, just because it's in the packet. So you are looking long-term to do that?
Yeah, everything is long-term, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how the application works, if you have to specify or not. I'm not as
Which
familiar
one,
with.
greenhouse? No.
With, as long as it's semi-rigid walls or hoop houses, it still counts as outdoor growth.
Yes.
Okay.
It's if you go to permanent walls, then it becomes an indoor growth facility.
Got
Also learned that in one of my classes at the week.
it.
I know this is a lot to take in committee, which is why you were sent the deck beforehand, but if are there any additional questions at this moment? Okay, so what I would like to do, thank you for your presentation, is I'm going to have the committee look it over, and then once we get to the new business, then I'll ask for a motion to the,
Thank
Letter
you,
of support.
thank you very much.
all right, thank you.
Thank you for your time.
All right, we've entered the first public portion. The public is reminded to please stand and state their name and address for the record prior to addressing the committee. Can I have a motion to open the floor to the public?
Motion?
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The floor is now open for public comment. Seeing no one from the public come forward, I will make a motion to close. Do I have a second?
Second?
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, resolutions. We only have a handful, but I would look for a motion for a consent agenda for resolutions 2026-58 through resolution 2026-64. Do I have a motion for a consent agenda?
Motion for a consent agenda for resolutions 2026-58 through resolution 2026-64.
All right, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. All right, any removals or abstentions?
If I could remove two, 2026-63 and 63A, since they're kind of tied together.
63, 63A, okay. Any others? All right, then can I have an all in favor of a consent agenda for resolutions 2026-58 through 2026-64 with the removal of 63 and 63A? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, and can I have a motion to adopt resolution 2026-58 through resolution 2026-64 with the removal of 63 and 63A?
Motion to adopt resolutions 2026-58 through 2026-64 with removal of 2026-63 and 2026-63A.
All right, do I have a second?
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Any discussion on these items?
Just one on the 2026-58. I know our resolution is pretty clear. It's a not to exceed. Just the letter itself, I mean, it says it, but not, it's more of a letter from them to us. So I just want to make sure we're clear that it is not to exceed, because I know Alamo did do a decent amount of work a couple years ago, and I'm happy to help the administrator if we need to retrieve any documentation that we don't have on that, because that should save a decent amount of cost. Well, again, I'll believe it when we see it, but.
It
I've
sh-
gone through them a couple times, and they said they sent everything, and I've sent everything to, Bryce.
So these are pieces that are missing, but absolutely,
Yeah,
I think,
You can follow up.
Yeah, I'll happy to make a
Yeah.
phone call, for sure.
all right. Any other discussion? And roll call, please.
Committeeman Frederick.
Yes.
Committeewoman Minhas.
Yes.
Committeewoman Williams.
Yes.
Mayor Mathias.
Yes. Resolution 2026-63, resolution authorizing additional compensation to R&B engineers for supplemental professional services not to exceed $38,000 for the Lock Avenue Park improvements Phase 1. Can I have a motion to adopt?
Motion to adopt?
All right, do I have a second? I will second that. Okay, discussion.
Just again, trying to understand the amount of work. I know we had a lot of credits coming because our team doing a lot of the work, but it's still 38,000. That just seems quite high for what we're trying to do, knowing that the other companies already provided the lighting schematics.
Engineer?
Yeah, the construction administration, imagine you saw we're chopping off 65,000 to do in-house construction management, which I think we could do. Construction administration, that's a good price for what they're doing. They're going to go through submittals and they're going to get approval, do invoices and all of that, so I think that's appropriate. Permits, plans, engineering, and design, 28. Yeah, it's seems a little steep to me. But it seems like that's what they are. I mean, I did ask around, and it's not really that far off. They do have to know where the electric's coming, where the panel's going to be, how much the panel, set the panel in terms of how much they need to have, and where everything's going to get trenched, and boxes, and all of that, so.
Wouldn't that be generally looking at a piece of paper and with their level of expertise saying, yes, we have enough, no, we don't? And if we don't, then we have a bigger issue and we're not moving forward with the project.
Pushed back on it, and gotten phone calls as well from them, but that's, you come back and say, well, pay this, or no, we can do that. Just like we're doing with the construction management.
Right.
I mean, again, as a project, I agree wholeheartedly. I mean, it's a good price on the 63A. But again, for this one, it just seems quite high for the amount of work that I understand them to be doing. I could be certainly off, but off of how you described it and off of what we already have in existence and the quotes, it just seems.
I know, but I think we're also similar to what has happened in the past. I think in this 38, it was their design specifications for getting ready for the big packets. So they already did the work in anticipation of this going through. So I think that's some of it, but yeah, I definitely like 38 much better than the original forecast.
Right.
So.
Can we discuss 63A? I know it's technically not part of the motion, but they're tied together.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so again, taking AI and Google for what it's worth, right? So I was trying to look at the lighting schematics as a whole, and it says just for, Little League, there's a Little League, obviously you're the pros, college, high school, Little League, and then rec. So I take it as Little League since that's kind of our name for those areas. For letter H, or field H, I should say, the lighting schematics don't seem to be sufficient to what's required. I, which is a smaller field, again, that's even for those under 10, that should be fine. But I'm concerned just in terms of the perimeters of the infield to outfield, the lighting seems off.
I think what you're referencing, and again, the engineer's not here, is we had them design the specifications for recreational play, not Little League play.
League play.
And so when you have Little League and you make it the official, that's when they're hosting their tournaments on those to a very specified lighting level. So this is the standard for recreational lighting, so that's why it might be off. And I think with the lumens, it's off by a fraction. But there's no dark places, there's no, like, it's very uniform, and it's just the lumen level is slightly more or less because it's recreational play, which will help us in the long run, since all we seem to be doing is burning lights at that park. So that
Right.
might be the difference. I don't know if you noticed.
Probably, there's definitely a net difference, it's just really the perimeter, knowing that H, you can play up to H12.
Right.
The I is typically a 10 and under, so that one's fine, but that one is just, that ball's going to be coming a lot faster, because not only is it Little League, it's also club, or what are we going to call it, travel ball, so that ball is going to be hit a lot harder and faster than your
Understood.
average rec.
I think that could probably be answered by either the lighting technician or our engineer as far as what the difference is. And I think if that's the case and you're wanting to go to the Little League levels for that one field, I believe that would be minor if we did this. So I think that could be something that could be followed up on.
That's fine.
As we go through. Okay, so then we're back to 63. Any additional questions or comments on that? Okay, then roll call, please.
Committeeman Frederick,
Yeah, I would like the dollars to be reevaluated one more time, so my answer is no.
Committeewoman Minhas,
I think that we can reevaluate it and see. So no.
Committeewoman Williams,
Yes.
Mayor Mathias.
Yes. All right, resolution 2026-63A, resolution authorizing change order number 2 to Wyndham Construction LLC in the amount not to exceed $723,519 for additional field lighting installation at Lock Avenue Park Improvements Phase 1. Can I have a motion to adopt?
Motion to adopt Resolution 2026-63A.
And I have a second. I will second that. All right, discussion. So I know you started with it on the last time. Is there anything?
Yeah, I mean, all I would say is if we can, I would just like to call the person, just understand, because again, my concern is a hard baseball hitting somebody because of insufficient lighting.
Yeah,
I
I don't
just
think we're
wanna double
spending
check.
all this money to still have dark spots or to be able to lose the ball. So I think it will be ultimately playable, and I think it will be up to standard. And you know what? I hate to put you on the spot, Barry. Do you have lighting levels at some of the county parks? Do you know if they're recreational standards or if they're tournament standards?
I do not.
Okay.
I don't know what levels are set at.
Okay. All right. So, but I think we could definitely get that answer to you. But I think,
Yeah.
again, I don't think they would give us insufficient lighting where we would lose the ball. So, but we can absolutely get you an answer on that one.
He
But-
wants to give you a number so you can call and you can.
Yeah, I'll call him tomorrow, that'd be great. Yep,
You need that?
that'd be great.
Okay. Okay. All right, then hearing no further discussion, roll call, please.
Committeeman Frederick,
That's why I was going to make a motion to table,
Oh.
just because I don't want to say no, but I don't want to, I just need a little bit more information.
Well,
Okay. We just started roll call, so.
I guess, yeah, sorry. I guess they can't trench right now anyways.
Right, it would just be one meeting. So so I'd like to make a motion to table R 2026-63A, just to bring back up in the next meeting.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to table 63A. I guess we can just do them all in favor, right?
Yeah, either way, it's fine.
Okay. All in favor of tabling Resolution 2026-63A, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All right. Under old business, just a point of information, the LRIG, which is the recreational grant, is due, the application is due, and we think we're going to go in for the walkway on Center Square Road again. There was some initial talk about that might not score very high, but then we received additional information that as long as we have won that award in the past, it is most likely that they will give it to us going ahead in the future. So we're going to go again for more of that walkway along Center Square Road and hopefully that missing connector piece. So just wanted to make the committee aware of that. Anything else under old business? Okay. Under new business, of course, we just saw the presentation from Alliance. And I would be looking to have a motion to create a letter of support for Alliance so that they can move forward with their application to the state.
A motion to create a letter of support to Alliance so that they can move forward with applying to the state.
All right, I have a motion. Do I have a second? I will second that. All right. Any further questions or discussion?
Just a question for John. So letter of support, will that come back again for us to review before submission, or we're saying it would be submitted?
Well, no, the letter itself?
All right.
Well, the letter itself can be circulated internally, just so you all are comfortable.
Yeah.
But it wasn't part of our packet, right? It was just the intent?
Yeah, it's just an intent.
Yeah,
So,
The application will come back before the committee,
right.
before the committee or before JLab?
before the committee.
And that's where we can discuss financial terms and other stuff.
This baby steps.
That's why I just want to make sure I'm clear on
Yeah, with the state.
the process.
Yeah, I believe you did a letter of support.
We did.
For the last one.
Correct.
So that's.
I just want to make sure we're clear, because sometimes it comes back, sometimes it went to
No.
JLab, so I just want to make sure I was clear.
JLab's about the land. This is about the application.
Right.
So this would be step one for the application, then the application would come back to the municipality.
To solidify the
township.
terms.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. All right, any further questions? Then all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, thank you. We also have a request for infant clothing donation. Jim?
Yes, I got a request through our chief, and which came through Chief Barry Jenkins, who used to be police chief over in East Greenwich. His daughter is part of the National Honor Society in Kingsway High School. She is doing a project to try to get kids' clothes, infant clothes, from newborn to size 8. So she wanted to see if she could put a box out here for 1 month. So it'd be February 8th to March 8th. So it's an ending time. And those clothes will be donated to the South Jersey Dream Center. Her name is Riley Jenkins. And they just wanted to get an approval that they could do that for the project.
So again, unless anybody is opposed, this is for 1 month to have them been out there, and I believe she's going to send us information. We can include it in the Woolwich Wows,
Yeah.
so it can go out. Is there any objections? Okay.
No.
All right. Okay, anything else under new business? And we have reached the second public portion. Paul Buckley is reminded to please stand and state their name and address for the record prior to addressing the committee. Can I have a motion to open the floor to the public?
Motion to open the floor.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The floor is now open for public comment.
Jordan Slump, 10 Wilshire Boulevard. You brought it up in the meeting, the lights at the park. All these new lights have been put in, and I'm guessing we're paying for them to burn every night, and there's nobody there. Does that make sense, or is there a way to shut them off? I mean, all the lights that go all the way down to the creek, they're burning. Total darkness.
Thank you for bringing it to our attention. I know right now they're in the testing process with the new lights. So I believe there is a certain amount of adjusting that they have to do with where they aim it and things like that. So I believe they're in the beta testing of that part right now.
So next meeting I'll come back, we'll find out that they've been shut off. Okay, the next thing is just a possible solution that I think the town could use in its developments. Years ago, there used to be odd even for watering your lawns, odd even for buying gas. Maybe it's time we put odd even in to park cars before a snowstorm, that cars can be only parked prior to the snowstorm on the even side. This will allow our public works to go through and put 2 lanes through, cleaning from the curb, from the middle of the road to the curb, and then the next day, 24 hours, you reverse it, and they can come back and finish the other side. Just an idea that somebody might want to look into.
I think that would be a great idea. We can't even get our residents to listen to a state of emergency to clear all vehicles off the road. So I think it's something that we should definitely figure out a way of how do we reach the residents to let them know if we were even to consider something like that. But it's a challenge, and I understand that there's not a lot of space in some of these developments, and the only thing that they can do is go straight down the middle. So.
Because we visit friends in the different communities, and it's a week, and there's still cars parked, covered with snow, and it's like, how do these people live? I just don't get it.
Right. Well, we should be grateful that these kind of events don't happen all that often anymore.
Okay. Thank you.
Seeing nobody else come forward, I'll make a motion to close.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, I have a motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
The floor is now closed. Resolution 2026-65, resolution authorizing a closed session of the Township Committee of the Township of Woolwich, contractual matters about the Police Administration PBA contract. Can I have a motion to go into executive session?
Motion to go into executive session.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We will be in executive session for less than 15 minutes.
Could I possibly get those back?
All right, committee ready? All right, can I have a motion to return to regular session?
Motion to return to regular session.
Have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, and can I have a motion to approve the bills and purchase orders as submitted?
Motion to approve the bills and purchase orders as submitted.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions? And roll call, please.
Committeeman Frederick,
Yes, however, no to 3 Remington and Vernick bills, which is 24-01341, 2025-00434, and 25-00878, as these were very old invoices that I don't think are substantiated to be, again, if they missed it, they missed it. It's too long ago. And lastly, abstain for Verizon bills.
Committeewoman Minhas,
Yes.
Committeewoman Williams,
Yes.
Mayor Mathias.
Yes. All right, and again, a reminder, our town hall is next Monday, 6:30. Ashton Jones will be joining us, so we're going to go over how municipal land use, or how a thing becomes a thing, according to the deputy mayor. So we'll be back here, and hopefully our video will be working so that we can record it and send it out. So can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.